I have a video of an awful woman. Just an awful thing that this woman is doing. I will never understand. Here, I'm going to play this video. And some people watch this video and they'll be like, oh man, I love this chick. But I saw this video and wanted to, made me fucking mad, is all I can say. Here is Katy Perry talking about her relationship
Oh.
with Orlando, what's his face?
One of my love languages
Bloom?
is acts of service.
Bloom,
so
yeah.
it's like if I come downstairs and the kitchen is clean and you've done it all and you've done all the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors, you better be ready to get your sucked. I mean, like literally, that is my love language. I don't need a red Ferrari. I can buy a red Ferrari. Just do the dishes.
I'm obsessed.
I will suck your. It's not easy. Sorry. Don't you know?
It's facts.
It's facts. And even when we went on like a couples retreat, they're like, which guy has more sex? The guy that drives the Ferrari, the red Ferrari, or the guy that helps out with his wife every night in the kitchen? In the kitchen was the answer.
In
In the kitchen.
Like she's
Why in the world are these two things associated with each other? I will never, ever understand what the association between washing dishes and having sex with your partner. Two things that have nothing to do with each other. Nothing at all.
Yeah, it's like she said though, it's act of service for him. Like his love language is getting BJ's, her love language is an act of service. So to helping her out, to taking the initiative to do some type of help around the house, to recognize that whatever. You know what I'm
The
saying?
thing
Like,
that turns you on about your partner is the way they look should just be initially enough to get you turned on, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like that should just be, you should be able to just go at all times just because you're that attracted to the other person. That, in my mind, is the
there's
way
other
that works.
things. Oh, see, it doesn't work in my mind that way. There's other things that people can do and act and stuff like that that'll turn more than the way they look.
B1 bought me a Ferrari, I wouldn't be turned on by it. Why would I buy her a Ferrari and it turns her on? Okay, see what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
if she did the dishes,
the buying things wouldn't do that. The buying things wouldn't do that for me either. But like, if if I came home and there was like a dinner made and like my laundry was folded and all this shit and like everything was all taken care of, dude, I'd be like, oh hell yeah. It would kind of turn me on a little bit. Like, oh good, you took the initiative, you took a bunch of work off my plate.
see, I don't get that because I'm already going to be turned on. I don't need her to do shit for me to be turned on and want to fuck.
So your love language is different then. You know, it's your
I feel like this
everyone's
is,
got their
I'm
different
normal.
things.
I feel like I'm normal and it's abnormal to associate sex and chores. That is, to me, is just, it is such a.
You've got this huge giant like chip on your shoulder of any type of like chores or having to do things from like when you were a kid, like the mowing the lawn and all that stuff. Like you've got this giant like block in front of it.
That could be. You're right. I do. I do not like. Well, I don't like being told what to do. Is probably the main thing. But that came out of that, and I don't like. I mean, I was a little slave around my house and stuff, so I was always like that, and I hated it. But I can't. To me, that's that's just like the dishes need to get done. They're gonna have to get washed. Either I do it or you do it, or we do them together. They get done either way. They're gonna need to get done. What does that like? Were you turned on because of the like? I didn't get turned on because of the food you made. I got turned on by the way you were walking around shaking your ass while you were making the food, or the little short shorts you were wearing.
The effort in making the meal and all that. Like
See, I just feel like that's
so
kind
much
of
more than just like looks to me. Like that don't make a difference. Like,
but
I'm
we're talking
already attracted to
sex
that
here.
person.
Like it's like sex
Yeah,
wise.
but there's
so
other things other than looks that turn me on.
Oh, see, that's foreign to me. Like it doesn't. I'm thankful and I appreciate.
It's black and white for you. It's a lot more open for me.
That's yeah, and I have a hard time even wrapping my head around that because it's if somebody does something nice for me, I'm thankful and appreciative, not like, oh, my dick is hard. So that doesn't even make
I'm
even a little bit.
thankful and I'm appreciative for what you did. So now I'm gonna munch your box until you make a mess of the kitchen floor and have to clean it up.
I'll do that if the wind blows. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing with me. Like
Yeah, but you also talk about being Neanderthal and everything like that. You could just drag a girl back to the cave with drag her by her hair and
only by her,
take the
only
game.
with her consent. If that's what she's into, I'll drag her by her hair if that's what she wants. But hello, yo, what's happening? Welcome to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number, I think we're on 256. It's so good to have you guys with me. It feels so good. It feels so right. Having you guys streaming on my tube at night. All right, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a wonderful weekend. Just a really successful event on Saturday. I couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. It was awesome. Great wedding. I'm looking forward to a fantastic review. It was wonderful. Great weekend for me. So I hope yours was as well. You can continue my great weekend into a great week by hitting the thumbs up on tonight's video. If you've not already done that, please take just 2 seconds to smash that thumb on that like button for a brother. And if you're not watching live, make sure you get your comments in. I will read those back. I got a couple comments I'll read back here in a couple minutes. You can download the show as an audio-only podcast through YouTube Music. Make sure you do that. If you don't want to see my handsome face and you just want to listen to my golden tones, download the show as an audio-only podcast through YouTube Music. Follow the show, X and Instagram, and TikTok too. Add Another Dumb Show. And shout out to the League of Dummies. That's our live chat here on Another Dumb Show. Johnny Fan was first in there. He's got the Darla emoji next to him. That means he's a member of the league, so good to have you. And you too can help support the show by joining and becoming a member. Just go to the Another Dumb Show homepage and join. And let's do this. Let's have you subscribe first. Subscribe to the channel. Then 10 minutes later, you'll have access to our chat. And then you'll be able to kick it with everybody in the league, all the League of Dummies. Just chill with them. They're a lot of fun in there. They actually are pretty cool. I like a League of Dummies right now. And then join. Support the show, because there's no major corporations paying for this business. It's just me and you and everybody watching. So take a minute, dig deep, get your superfan donations in, and then also become a member of the channel by hitting the join button on the homepage. Pick a tier level to help support the show. Tier 2 will give you access. Tier 2 and 3 will give you access to all of our members only shows, and we're going to be doing a members only Monday Night Football show coming up later on tonight. So stick around for that. If you are interested in that, you got to make sure you're joined. Tier 2, and then you can come and hang out with us. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. That is the number to call into the show. If you've ever wanted to hit me, that is the way to do it. All right, so what was I going to say here? One thing real quick. Oh, yeah, phones. Open Lines America. I always tell everybody too, like call when we're talking about stuff that we have going on the show or whatever topic or whatever the hell I'm talking about, videos or whatever. But if you got stuff going on in your life, you need some advice, you got some weird situation going on in your life, if you're just looking for somebody to talk to, give me a call. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. I'd love to have you guys on the show. All right, guys. Some sad news from the world of what's going on with this bar here. What's up with this bar? What's up with this bar, dog? There we go. Some sad news from the world of entertainment. Some bit of breaking news that came out a couple hours ago. If you guys haven't had a chance to see this yet, there is some sad. Whoa, that's not the right one. That's a project there. Hold on. This silly thing. This one. There we go. This is what I was trying to show you guys. James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader and the voice of my favorite animated character. Well, not my favorite. Well, Superman, I guess, would be my favorite animated character, but my favorite Disney character. I'm not exactly a Disney adult. Sorry, I cracked that back. Thank you. He was the character Mufasa, my favorite Disney character. He's from The Lion King. He was the voice of Mufasa, and my favorite. No. Yeah, Budrow, that was my Mufasa. But anyway, sad news. James Earl Jones was great. You know, people always think of him as the voice of Darth Vader or Mufasa, but I always think of James Earl Jones as the blind guy in The Sandlot. That because he was just such a I don't know, it was a short role. But the way he was described and they build him up, he's this mean guy, and then he gets in the house and he's got this weird, creepy laugh, and it turns out to be blind, and had played with Babe Ruth and all this stuff. It was that was my favorite character for James Earl Jones. So rest in peace, James Earl Jones. A little bit of breaking news here on another dumb show coming out. Some more kind of borderline breaking news. I guess it kind of came out over the last few hours. Donald Trump has decided to piggyback off of what Joe Biden said he was going to do back in 2020 and then never came through with. I do believe there's a secondary tweet. There's this one tweet. This is about the vote for recreational marijuana in Florida. He says, as everyone knows, and he lives in Florida, he says, everyone knows I was and will be again the most respected law and order president in U.S. history. I will take our streets back by being tough and smart on violent and all other types of capital crime. In Florida, like so many other states that have already given their approval, personal amounts of marijuana will be legalized for adults with Amendment 3. Whether people like it or not, this will happen through the approval of voters, so it should be done correctly. I can't do it, Trump. We need the state legislature to responsibly create laws that prohibit the use of it in public spaces so we do not smell marijuana everywhere we go, like we do in many of the Democrat-run cities. At the same time, someone should not be a criminal in Florida when this is legal in so many other states. We do not need to ruin lives and waste taxpayer dollars arresting adults with personal amounts of it on them, and no one should grieve a loved one because they died from fentanyl-laced marijuana. We will make America safe again. All right, so old Trumper looks like he's going to vote for Florida to legalize marijuana, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Good for him. I'm not thrilled with the idea of not being able to do it in public spaces. If we want to walk in a fucking park and smoke some fucking weed, we should be able to do that. People are allowed to drink alcohol in a lot of parks. Maybe not some parks, but some parks, like the beach. The beach here, you're allowed to drink beer. Why can't I fire up a joint on the beach? You know what I'm saying? The glass bottles get left behind and the cans that get left behind are much worse than the smoke that dissipates in the air. It really bugs me, people who whine about the smell of marijuana smoke. That bugs the shit out of me. My ex-wife was really bad about that. She would always get, oh, I smell marijuana. And like, this is before I even started smoking again. She would get all shitty. But I do believe, in addition to him voting for it in Florida, he is also planning on making it legal. He wants to move it to going back to what I said about Joe Biden. Trump wants to move weed to a Schedule III drug. Where is the line here? Here you go. On Sunday, oh, this is the post I was looking for, but I missed it. Here you go. Let me get rid of this. Let me zoom in on here. You guys can read it here. Here it is, right here. This was from Truth Social, what he posted the other day. As president, we will continue to focus on research to unlock the medical uses of marijuana to a Schedule III drug and work with Congress to pass common sense laws, including safe banking for state-authorized companies and supporting states' rights to pass marijuana laws like in Florida that work so well for their citizens. So there you go. And there you can see, earlier this year, the Biden administration announced it started the formal rulemaking process to reschedule marijuana from a Schedule I designation to Schedule III designation. And he said back in the day, this is monumental. Took major step to reclassify marijuana Schedule I to Schedule III. It's an important move to move toward reversing long-standing inequities, Biden said back on X at the time. Did not get that done. And so now Trump says, looks like he's going to try to pull through that one. So Trump rips off the Harris's no tip law, I'm sorry, Kamala ripped off Trump's no tax on tips. And now Trump's ripping off the Kamala and Biden's plan for reclassifying marijuana. So, hey, as long as either one of those gets done, it's a good thing. You know what I mean? These poor people that work their asses off, they got to you give them a $4 tip or something, and that's a small amount. Let's just say it's on a small delivery or something like that. $4. I feel like such a cheap ass after I said $4. Okay, let's say you go somewhere and you spend 20% on the bill, and it's whatever, okay? 25% if they're good. Then what you do, this poor person, say it's a $20 tip. They got to pay taxes on that after that? That's fucking bullshit, man. That's $20 bill. They should put that in their pocket. They shouldn't have to pay any taxes on that. I know they don't, because they have to report the cash. But anything that's getting put on cards and things like that, that's all getting taxed. So I love the idea that there's no tax on tips for those people. And of course, I love the idea that they're making marijuana a lower Schedule III drug, and not such a thing that where people are going to get in a lot of trouble for having marijuana. And then that'll allow more medical testing for it and potential better usages for it, and might just kind of restrict it federally. You know what I mean? Because it's legal state by state, but then eventually maybe we just get it where it's legal federally. You know what I mean? They get rid of this prohibition on marijuana. So good for Trump. Good for Harris. Both of them on both accounts for both of those two issues. I'm cool with that. So, let's see here. Brian Morrow says Trump wants to end taxes on Social Security checks too. Yeah, that one's going to cost a lot of money though. I don't know how they're going to make up that money. Social Security tax is a lot of income to the government. So, I did see, what is the Doge? What is his name? Elon Musk. All right, so it's crazy right now. So if you guys are fans of Trump, you're going to love this. He decided that he was going to announce that he wanted to have Elon Musk become the leader, or the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, which is essentially just keeping track of all the different things that the government is spending money on and keeping them accountable for it, and which I thought that already existed, or I would think it already existed, but it's the reason that it kind of has made a big deal and kind of went viral is because after Trump made that announcement, Elon then posted this tweet where he said, which is crazy, he posts a picture of himself and it says, and he just writes Department of Government Efficiency, and it's got him looking like a badass with shades and a big Jackson chain on that says Doge on it, which ironically is also one of the, I don't know if it's one of the biggest, but it is a cryptocurrency, the Dogecoin. I can't remember when I was on the old show if my buddy Charlie had Doge, if he was a Doge guy. Or Snitzer was, I can't remember, the video guy over there. But it is funny that they brought that up because it's just a weird coincidence that they would put Doge, and the two of them have a lot of money, and potentially they could be affecting cryptocurrency markets just by doing something as simple as that, as a tweet. It remained down in the last 24 hours, according to Coin Market Cap data. Now, this is a story I'm reading here. I don't know enough about it, enough about cryptocurrency rates, whether they go up or down or whatever. This looks like it was from earlier today, around 3:45, I believe, so 4:45. So I don't know. Like I said, it could be a complete coincidence that it's Doge and it just stands for Department of Government Efficiency, just like that. Or it could be a play on words to be able to say Doge and affect the cryptocurrency market. And wouldn't that be interesting if Donald Trump, the future president, and Elon Musk were teaming up with each other to affect the cryptocurrency market? Be very, very interesting. Let's see. Brian Moore says, why should Social Security checks be taxed? We have already been taxed on that money in the first place. I think it's because they really rely on that money for to help keep the government running without us going in the ridiculous amounts of deficits. And I think that's just one of the ways they make that money back. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I guess if I've already paid taxes on something once, I don't want to pay for it twice. But if it helps keep the government up and running, I guess, and it's one of the major sources of taxation dollars, probably not a good thing to get rid of it. I'll look more into it. Anyway, speaking of Kamala Harris and her plans and Trump's plans, somebody who was supposed to come out at the Democratic National Convention was Beyonce. There were all kinds of talks about Beyonce and how she was going to show up at the Democratic National Convention, and she was going to be the savior of the whole thing, and but they ended up not having her come out. She didn't come out because it turns out that they were worried that she was going to, allegedly, they were worried that she was going to take away attention from Kamala, or Kamala, whichever one you want to say, depending on who you like. Anyway, Kamala was supposed to have Beyonce there. She didn't show up, but I brought up Beyonce because the Country Music Awards, the nominations for the Country Music Awards have come out, and Cowboy Carter, that was Beyonce's country album, was completely snubbed at the Country Music Awards, which, I gotta be honest with you, is a little surprising to me. Not because I think the songs are any good. In fact, I didn't like them at all. I thought they were songs that were made for TikTok. I didn't think they were actually made for real country music fans. They were TikToks. They were short little clips that could be used for TikToks. But according to this chart data tweet that I'm reading here, it says, Cowboy Carter is both the most acclaimed and best-selling new country album of 2024. I don't know if it's the most acclaimed, but it might be the most, what is the best-selling country album of 2024? Best-selling country album of 2024 was Cowboy Carter. According to Google, Beyonce's Cowboy Carter is considered the best-selling and most acclaimed country album of 2024. It was also the first time a black woman topped the U.S. country album charts with this release. Now, some of the other notable releases, the Great American Bar Scene, Zach Bryan, that was huge. The rest of them, not really huge names. Johnny Blue Skies, a.k.a. Sturgill Simpson, Sierra, that guy's recognizable, I guess, but Sierra Farrell, Adeem the Artist, John Moreland, Willie Carlisle, and Shane Smith and the Saints, who I do like Shane Smith and the Saints. They're pretty cool kind of desert country, I'd call them. Yeah, I listened to them a lot when I was in Arizona. Anyway, but going back to Beyonce, I think it's fine that they snubbed her because it sucked. Those songs weren't that great. Everybody's going to try to turn it into a racial thing, which is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see, CMA Award nominees. I want to get the whole list up here so I can see, so I can kind of read them off to you guys and see what you guys think of who made it and who didn't. And if you don't like country music, you probably won't like the segment, but I like country, so this actually is interesting to me. Are they going to put a list of the goddamn people, or is it just a stupid... Okay, thank you. There's the list I was looking for. Okay, so here we go. Entertainer of the Year. We got Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, Chris Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, and Lainey Wilson. All of those people deserve it. Probably Morgan Wallen's going to win it because he's been freaking everywhere. And so is Lainey Wilson, though, so it could potentially be her. Single of the Year, a bar song, Tipsy by Shabuzi. That should be up there for sure. That's one of my most requested songs right now. People want to hear that at weddings, if they're in the country at least. They definitely want to hear that. Dirt Cheap by Cody Johnson. I don't think I know that song very well. Or I might know it. Oh, that's one of the songs. That's a song about a guy. There's two songs out right now in country music. One by Justin Moore, one by Cody Johnson, where they're both about a stranger showing up at a guy's farm trying to buy the farm. And they're both terrible. They're just not terrible. They're just hokey. I mean, they're fine if you like singing along to country music guys, but they're just so fucking hokey. So that's what Dirt Cheap is. Then the song I Had Some Help with Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. That song's fucking great. That is a really great song. That song can define me and B1's relationship pretty well, and my feelings about it, at least. Watermelon Moonshine by Lainey Wilson, right up there. It's a great song. I've actually played that at weddings too. And then White Horse, which is fucking... I wish I could play music on this show just to talk about White Horse, because White Horse is such a great song. If you like a good guitar riff, listen to White Horse by fucking Chris Stapleton. But then Album of the Year, really the one... Album of the Year or Song of the Year would be the two ones that she could have potentially got into, I think, because she's not a new artist necessarily, but the ones that would really matter, because Entertainer of the Year is not going to go to Beyonce because she wasn't out doing country events. But here's the songs for Album of the Year, or the titles for Album of the Year and the artists. Deeper Well, Casey Musgraves. Fathers and Sons, Luke Combs. Higher, Chris Stapleton. Leather by Cody Johnson. Whitsit Chapel by Jelly Roll. And Kevin... Oh, I'm sorry. Then that was the last one. So, I don't think you should go to Deeper Well. They got one song off of it. Fathers and Sons from Luke Combs. So I don't like any of those. So I don't know. I think Beyonce maybe could have made it into the Album of the Year. Or Song of the Year, we got Burn It Down. That's a Parker McCollum song. Oof. That's okay, I guess. Dirt Cheap. That was that Cody Johnson song. I Had Some Help. That's the one with Post Malone. The Painter. That's a Cody Johnson song. That's a pretty good song. I like that song. And then White Horse by Chris Stapleton. All of those are good songs. I think you could take Burn It Down out of there and probably found another song to put in there. Potentially a Beyonce song. I don't even know, but I wasn't a huge fan of that album one bit. So let's see who was up for the Women Female Vocalist of the Year. Kelsey Ballerini, Ashley McBride, Megan Maroney, Casey Musgraves, and Lainey Wilson. I could see why Megan Maroney, Casey Musgraves, and Lainey Wilson are in there. I don't know about Kelsey Ballerini or Ashley McBride. I feel like they were big last year. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. I'm going to say I think Morgan Wallen's going to clean up there. I do have some more entertainment stuff to talk about. By the way, we are going to do a members-only Monday Night Football show tonight at 8:15. Oh, by the way, Mikey's not on tonight. I think he's probably mad at me. We both got wasted on the Thursday night show, and Mikey got a little extra wasted more wasted than I expected because I thought because I was doing the drinking show, that he would kind of, hold court while I was doing shots and slamming beers. But he got a little too fucked up. I got a little too fucked up. And then it got kind of turned into a shit show by the end of it because he was falling asleep and I was getting cranky about it. And then I sent him a nasty text after the show, and then I never bothered replying to his reply to it. So not a nasty text, just, kind of like a, hey, wasn't really thrilled with the way we did the show. And then I never replied back to him on Saturday just because I was busy with my wedding stuff. So I probably should have gotten back to him on Sunday or today, but honestly, was just busy with work. So I had football yesterday and then work today. And I don't know if you noticed, my voice is a little bit fried. I had my interesting announcement. What's the way to put it? I had a lot of talking I had to do on Saturday night, and I didn't warm up my voice properly. You have to, when you're doing a lot of announcements, you got to do a little vocal warm up for it. Like even though you're not singing or anything, you got to do a little vocal warm up. And I didn't do my vocal warm up, and I was kind of talking from my throat instead of taking deep breaths and getting from my chest. All my announcements were fantastic and sounded great, but I fucked my throat up a little bit doing them. So I really didn't say more than like 3 words out loud yesterday. I just kind of sat in silence all day, except during the Browns game, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I do have this is like a real quick hit. I don't understand this picture. It is, and we were just talking about entertainment a minute ago. This is an Beyonce. What a diva Beyonce is usually. I mean, I don't know if she's a diva. I guess you would just consider her a diva because she's a mega pop star and she's got some attitude to her. So I don't know, maybe she's fine and easy to work with. But one person who's been deemed a bit of a diva over the years is J-Lo. I'm showing you a picture of J-Lo right now, but the person I want you to notice is, don't worry about the black lady in the front, who I think is a great actress, by the way. I love that lady. But it's the person right next to her holding her hand. If you guys can't tell, that's Matt Damon. Matt Damon is, for some reason, sitting with J-Lo, holding her hand, having some sort of deep conversation in what people, according to the internet, have described as a post-divorce serious conversation, because her and Ben Affleck are getting divorced after their short marriage. Now, isn't Ben Affleck best friends with Matt Damon? What the fuck is Matt Damon doing going hanging out with Ben Affleck's soon-to-be soon-to-be ex-wife as they're going through a divorce? This guy's going and sitting with her and holding her hand and having some deep conversations with her about this shit. Dude, it's supposed to be bros before hoes, man. What are you doing, Matt? I don't really care if you have to work with her potentially or anything like that. Just be like, hey, Jen, and then the extent of of the conversation is, yeah, sorry things didn't work out with you and Ben. You're a great girl. I'm Team Ben though, so go fuck yourself, bitch. I'm going to hang out with Ben and whatever Kennedy he might be fucking right now. So yeah, I just found it a little bit weird that a dude would do this. I just don't understand this. Why he's sitting there look how. Is that acting? Is he acting right there? It does look very dramatic. The way he's got his head down, his lips are pursed. That Ben. And he's already moved on with some other chick. But looking at her, I'm looking at her and her body language. She's got a good grip. She's holding on tight there, it looks like. She's throwing her hair, and I got to be honest with you, I feel like this is she's hitting on Matt Damon here. J-Lo is now putting the moves on Matt Damon, and I don't like it. I don't like this one bit. I don't like either of these two in this situation. We got We got a scuzz, maybe potentially 2 scuzzes, or just one just pee-whipped, uber progressive dude who can't just be like, sorry. No, we got to be friends, but I've known Ben since back when we had the Boston accent, back when we had Pocket our card, Harvard Yard, and on Goodwill Hunting. All right? For him to be doing this, I got a little bit of an issue with it. I got to be honest with you. You're supposed to, because B1 and I are friends with my old buddy Charlie and his girlfriend Krista. If the two of us were to break up, Charlie's got to take my side. Krista can go B1's way. But Charlie has to be Team Dumb. And that's just the way it's got to be. You know what I mean? I'm not saying B1 and I are going to be breaking up or anything like that. But if that were the case, or if we're even together, I don't know. How do you define a weird relationship? Hashtag it's complicated. I don't even know. But going back to my buddy, or it could be like any situation where you're the guy and the girls and they all know each other. But in the end, you gotta go with your bro. You don't go over to the girl and hold hands with her and, I'm so sorry it didn't work out with you and Ben. Oh, you poor thing. The way he treated you, it wasn't right. Oh, even if your dude was a douchebag, you still just fucking say hi. Sorry it didn't work out. You're a great girl. Have a good day. And you turn and walk the other way. Because even if, say, Matt Damon was single, I know he's married and kids and happily married, but say he was single and he was hoping, maybe I'll get some sloppy seconds with J-Lo, which anybody would take because J-Lo's been married quite a few times, quite a few big D's in there. You got athletes, you got rappers, you got actors, probably some big D's in there. Anyway, Matt Damon, if he just had an inkling that he might be able to bang her, at least he still plays it cool. You know what I mean? Sorry it didn't work out with you and Ben. Hey, you're a great girl, though. Nice, see you around. And then that see you around and that you're a great girl just kind of leaves that door open in case you aren't married down the road, his marriage doesn't work out. She stays single or just goes through 3 or 4 other marriages by the time that happens. That's understandable. But the sit down and the hand holding and all that shit, not cool. I don't like that shit one bit. Let me check in with the chat here real quick. I did see a note. Irish Ronnie said, Dumb, I got kicked from the members only show on Thursday about 15 minutes after I called, so I missed you getting drunk. Well, I didn't get as drunk as I hoped for. We'll talk about that during the members only, why I didn't get that drunk. I have a kind of a story in there that goes with it. And Johnny Fan says, is J-Lo trying to get back at Ben by going after his best friend? Bad look. I agree. That's exactly why I brought this up. I feel like it's totally, and Angeline says, maybe it's just taken out of context. I just feel like it's kind of shady. I just don't like it at all. Just, you gotta, like if I was Ben, I would see that picture and be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you holding her hand? I'm in the middle of divorcing her. We got a gigantic house we're trying to sell that we're gonna be underwater in, and you're over here fucking holding hands with this bitch. What the fuck's the matter with you, bro? Anyway, Michael K says, Dumb, I need to call in and rant. I mean, you're welcome to call 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Anybody that wants to call in, you're welcome to do that. Now, on Friday, I talked about, was it Friday? Thursday. We do a show I don't even remember. Last time I was live, I mentioned that I had a story that I want to talk about a young woman who was murdered and kind of the timeline of her situation and how she ended up getting murdered and who did it and all that. And it's going to take a little bit longer than I planned. Well, I forgot about Monday Night Football when I said I was going to talk about it on Monday. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But I want you guys to just do a little research of your own and just kind of look up this story and just kind of get a gauge for it. And then that way tomorrow we can actually talk about it. So you guys can talk in the chat about it. You can call into the show about it. That way you're kind of a little bit more informed. Because I know as much as I love having you guys call, it's hard for you guys to call and chat and be as quick as, the show might move sometimes, the thing we're talking about. Because, we go kind of quick because, especially when it's just me here, you're not going to spend 2 hours talking to myself about one topic. But in this case, I want to start doing things just a little bit more where I'm going to give you heads up about stuff I'm going to talk about. That way you guys can kind of familiarize yourselves with it a little bit, and then we can have some conversations about it. So look up Sandra Birchmore. I believe it's in Massachusetts is where her story's from. So Sandra Birchmore. Check that out, and we will dive into that story tomorrow. But I would like to talk a little bit of football before we get into the members only. And then the members only, too, I'm not just going to sit here and just watch the football game and narrate the football game. I do have some stuff to talk about here during the game. And this is the game that's coming up, by the way, guys, in case you guys haven't had a chance to check out the game or see who's playing tonight, in case you're interested. We have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Jets. Some questions for tonight. Christian McCaffrey, he is questionable. Is he going to play? He's got a strained calf and Achilles. I think he's obviously going to play, but there's been some questions about he's listed as questionable. The wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk for the 49ers, he could possibly be on a snap count because he wasn't in training camp because he was holding out. And so we'll see if he's actually going to be in there playing and how much he'll actually play. And then for the Jets, Aaron Rodgers, he returns after only 4 snaps last year and then he was out for the whole season. And then the question is, can Garrett Wilson, the Ohio State wideout now with the New York Jets, can he carry the load of wideout for wide receiver? They got Mike Williams this year. I think they got Tyler Conklin as their tight end underneath. People are talking about that they might be pretty good, though. What is that little weird white thing? People are talking about how the Jets might be pretty good. In fact, I have a video of Brett Favre talking about the Jets that I'll play while we are in. Boomer85 says CMC is out. Is that official? McCaffrey's out? No way. Hold on one sec. Christian McCaffrey. Holy shit, breaking news. Holy shit. Wow. Boomer85, we're breaking some news here on another dumb show. Christian McCaffrey, a surprise inactive for the 49ers season opener against the Jets. Wow. So the calf/Achilles is a little bit worse. He missed 4 weeks of training camp, returned back to practice, was expected to play, and then it turns out he is out now. Wow. That's incredible. That's going to make a huge difference in this game. The Jets now have a potential much better chance at winning this football game. Wow. Very surprising. Thank you for breaking that news, Boomer. I really appreciate it, dude. Good man. Good looking out. All right, so speaking of football, so yesterday my day started with I woke up and realized I no longer had the NFL Red Zone, so I had to get that again. I forgot that I have to pay for that. It's not part of my YouTube subscription, so I had to add on the NFL Red Zone, which is not horrible. It's $10 plus you get like 10 other channels that I'll probably never watch, but you do get other stuff on there. So it's worth it in my opinion. Plus it's just, I want to watch football, so I'm going to get the Red Zone because I need to know what's going on in all the other games for my fantasy football stuff. If you don't know what the NFL Red Zone is, that's where they call it the Red Zone because when you're inside the 20-yard line on a football field, if you're about to score, you are in the Red Zone. So they've called it the Red Zone. And I started watching the Red Zone. Let's come back to that. I forgot I put Michael K on hold. Let me come back to that, and we'll talk about the Browns game and my day yesterday. Michael K, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude? Sorry to keep you holding.
What's up, buddy? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Hey, glad to hear that you had a great. I'm drunk right now, so I apologize. But what was I trying to say? I'm glad that you had a successful weekend with your wedding business or your DJ business.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But you know what I was going to say is, this is how you fucking jerk offs rub off of me. Is I would not walk across the street to watch the Super Bowl for free, but because you and Mikey care so much, I actually went and like was updating how the Vikings and the Browns were doing. And Mikey, if you're listening, congratulations. Dumb. There's always next week. But
Bro, it was ugly. So we've influenced you enough that you're watching football these days, or at least you're keeping up with the two teams that we talk about.
I'm not watching it. I'm just keeping up with it because I know you guys care about it. You know, so we're all family here. So if you care about it, I care about it. Oh, by the way, I want to say hi to Crooked Orchard, my wife in the chat room.
Oh, you have a chat wife now?
But anyway.
You're one of these guys? You're a chat wife guy?
Well, she loves me for some reason. But what I wanted to talk about was, are you going to talk about the shooter that's dad just got charged?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. I was going to. I don't have enough time tonight to dive in all kind of deep, heavy stuff because we're going to wrap up a little early so we can do the 8:15 game for Monday Night Football. But no, I am aware of that. I have it on my list of things to talk about, so we'll definitely spend some time on that. There'll be a lot of true crime tomorrow between that Sandra Birchmore case and the trial with the arraignment that just happened with the I don't even remember their name, Colt whatever Gray, the Gray family or whatever. But yeah, we'll definitely dive into that tomorrow for sure.
Well, real quick, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
It's like, okay, so this dude, whatever, they had what was going on. So let's just say hypothetically.
Well, hold on. If you're asking me a question about that, save it for tomorrow because I don't want to dive into it right now.
All right, that's good. That's cool.
All right,
that's cool.
Perfect. All right, perfect. Good stuff.
I hope
appreciate
Mikey
it.
gets on with you. All right, buddy.
All right, later, dude. Sorry. He's drunk. Michael K. I don't think I've ever heard Michael K. drunk before. That was kind of funny. Oh, shit, really? Ooh. Boomer just sent me a good email, apparently. Ooh. Where is this from? Ooh, I don't know if I can play this. Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. See if you can find it on Twitter, dude. Oh, yep, here it is. Perfect. Yes. All right, let me just do this. I'm going to download this real quick. All right, so for those of you who don't know, going back to football, my day started with me turning on NFL Red Zone or NFL Network, and they talked about almost 5 minutes after I started watching, they talked about how the wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, who's been in the news a bunch. We've talked about Tyreek Hill a bunch of times. He was detained before the game. And the body cam, he was detained, then he was released. Today he was charged with citations. I believe he was charged with careless driving and driving without a seatbelt on. But it was all over the news. It was all over social media. I actually have, I was going to play you the arrest video, but I actually now have the actual body cam footage that seemingly just came out over the past hour or so. Boomer, I'm just breaking news left and right. Good job, producer. Boomer, good work. Here is the body cam footage of I believe, Miami-Dade pulling over superstar, potential MVP of the league, the player, the person the players voted the best player in the league, being pulled over right outside the stadium by the police. That's a motorcycle hum we're hearing here.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why do you have it on?
All right, hold on.
Hey, keep your window down. Hey.
All right. First off, why did he roll his window back up? Is he some sort of sovereign citizen and he's doing one of those things where he's going to hold his ID up to the window or whatever? If I had to guess, he's calling his agent or calling the team to let them know what's happening to him right now.
Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me your ass, bro. Get out of the car. Give me your ass.
Oh,
Break
boy.
that fucking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Oh my God.
What part of blood don't you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting
That's
out, bro.
he's
God damn.
That's his agent. He's saying, "I'm getting arrested, Drew." So you saw when he fell on the ground, he had his cell phone with him.
Don't you understand?
Right there.
Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew.
That's what he's saying. Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. He's talking to his agent, Drew Rosenhaus.
I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting out.
You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take
Too
me to
late.
jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, Drew, hey,
Don't worry
Wow.
about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying.
bro. Y'all
Don't move.
good. Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
Just set him up.
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, dude, beating on.
That right there, that is Calais Campbell, a defensive lineman. That's Calais Campbell, a defensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins. He's pulling up. I believe that's a Rolls Royce, I believe, that's pulling up right now. And we'll see if they show him and the interaction with him as well.
My window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn. Hey, hold on, pull to the side, bro.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, twin, hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just heard you in your ears when we told you to put your window down.
Chill, bro, chill.
Oh, an extra shove, too.
Back up.
Hey,
That's
call
some
Drew,
little
call
dick
Drew,
energy right there.
Call Drew. Hey, call Drew. Call Drew, bro. Call
This
Drew.
is fucking nuts.
Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, what? Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey.
What am I doing that's wrong?
Hey, listen.
That's Calais Campbell right there.
Hey, listen, hey, man, they got Tyreek. The cops over here beating on him, man.
Listen.
They over here beating on Tyreek,
Listen, big
man.
man. Don't park there, man. Just get in
Hey,
the
yo,
car.
hey, Drew, you gotta come, man.
Just get in the car.
Right up the side, on the side of the,
Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car.
You gotta go before you get a ticket.
Hey, you're in the car.
Who's the driver? This is my car.
All right, move.
All right, I'll take that.
You gotta move right now.
I'm coming, man.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket too.
I'm coming.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket. Let me have your license.
I'm leaving.
I'm not playing. Let me have your
I'm
license.
leaving. Yo, what's
Your
going
license
on?
right now.
So what's going on,
Your license
man?
right now. You're not gonna give me your license?
Get in the car and leave.
You're not gonna give me your license?
I'm leaving.
Let me have your
I'm
license.
leaving,
Your
man.
license
I'm
right now.
leaving. Sir, you want me to
Hey,
leave?
your license right now.
I'm leaving.
Or I'm gonna lock you up.
just told
Your
me to
license
leave.
right now.
He just told me to
Your
leave.
license right now.
Sir, he just-
You're dealing with me now.
Sir.
Your license right now.
This fucking motherfucking, these fucks. Fuck these fucks. I swear to fucking God, if this isn't the biggest fucking display of fucking authority I've ever seen, or abuse of power by some little dick fucking bitch ass motherfuckers who are just fucking looking to fucking pull somebody out of a car and throw them on the ground. I don't care. I'm not even saying color. I don't think it has. If it does have something to do with it, I don't know. I'm just saying these are fucking asshole motherfuckers yanking people out of cars for no fucking reason. That is some fucking horse fucking shit. Unfucking believable what we just watched. Watch this shit again.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Give me your ass, mama.
Get out of the car.
Give me your ass. I'm gonna break that freaking window.
Get out of the car.
This guy on the right. I'm going to break that fucking window.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
That's fucking unfucking believable.
Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested.
Oh my God.
I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out.
Unfucking believable. Pat Willie says, no one saw what happened before the body cams turned on. How could I say that? I don't know if he's talking about me or whatever. I don't care what happened before it at all, to tell you the truth. He could have been running his mouth and calling them every name in the book. They're supposed to be holding themselves to a higher standard than that. And if somebody wants to call you every name, a pig, a piece of shit, worthless, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And I'm not saying all cops are pigs. I'm saying in this isn't my opinion. I'm giving an example. But if somebody were to do that, a police officer is supposed to sit there and just take all that, smile and laugh. And in the end, if they want to charge him with disorderly conduct, go ahead. That's the catch-all. I get it. But you don't get to fucking throw somebody on the ground because they haven't handed you their ID yet and they're not rolling down their window fast enough for you. Chill the fuck out. De-escalate the situation. Your job as a police officer is first things first is to de-escalate the situation. Obviously, you want to make sure everybody's safe. It looked like a pretty safe thing to me. The window was down. He was, if anything, getting his, calling his agent, which you're allowed to do. You're allowed to make a phone call. I don't give a fuck what they say. If you're detained, I'm not detained yet. I'm in a car. I'm in my car using my property. If I want to be on the phone while you pull me over, I'm allowed to be on the phone. Period. If I'm slow to give you my ID, well, I dropped it on the floor. Or it's hard for me to get out of my wallet. Or whatever fucking reason I decide is too slow for me to hand it to you. Maybe I just don't like your attitude and I want to slowly get it out of my wallet and hand it to you. I have that right. As long as I give it to you. You don't have the right to throw me on the fucking ground because I haven't shown it to you quickly enough. That is some fucking bullshit right there. That really fucking pisses me off, man. 844-HIT-DOM, 844-448-3862. Tell me if you think I'm wrong, but that pissed me off. That pissed me the fuck off. I have a real problem with authority, so probably anything along those lines is going to get me hot. So, again, who knows what happened before the body cams turned on, but I don't like what I saw after they turned on. Oh, hold on, I just pulled the wrong clip. I'm trying to pull another clip. I believe I have Tyreek. I thought I had Tyreek talking about this. Did I lose it? Did I not pull it? Oh, yeah, no, I did. Here we go. Here is Tyreek talking about the arrest and how he feels about the whole thing. Hold on one second. Let me get this down. I got a weird edit video here. All right, here we go. Here's Tyreek Hill post-game yesterday. Oh, by the way, after he got arrested, he went on to, I think he had 140 yards receiving, some crazy number, 140, 170 yards, something like that. So if you guys got him on your fantasy team, congratulations. Here he is responding after the game to everything that happened with the arrest.
And I'm still trying to put it all together. So I'm not going to give you a version that I still don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to be able to use this platform to say, like, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, bro? Like, worst case scenario, you know, because it's crazy. Like, I want to be a cop one day. I got a state trooper, had all that, you know, so I got a lot of respect for cops, man. But obviously, you know, everybody has bad apples in every situation, you know, so I want to be able to, you know, use this platform, you know, to figure out a way to, like, flip this and, you know, make it a positive on both ends, on my end and then also Miami-Dade, you know, so that way we can team together and, you know, do something positive for the community, because that's what it's all about, bro. It wasn't disrespectful, you know, because my mom didn't raise me that way, didn't cuss, than do none of that. So, like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm just glad that my teammates were there to like support me in that situation because I felt alone, you know. And when they showed up, it made me realize that we got a good team this year, dog. For them to put their life on the line, you know what I'm saying? So it was amazing to see, man.
I don't know if they put their life on the line, but they were there to hang out with you, to be there for you, which is cool. That is cool. I mean, if I saw my buddy pulled over on the side of the road, I'm probably going to pull over too. They told me to leave or I'm going to get arrested and probably be like, peace, bro. Good luck. Call me if you need. We'll try to get you out. You guys are arguing in the chat. Somebody call in and with this argument so we can have a conversation about it because it's too. I don't know who's saying what about what. Willie says Hill had it coming. I don't know what he did to have it coming. Rich King says, I agree. He should have kept his mouth shut and this never would have happened. Definitely an entitled athlete. Just comply. Don't act like a bitch. What did he? You can comply at your own pace. You know what I mean? If you want to say I'm getting my lawyer, because his agent is a lawyer. Drew Rosenhaus is a lawyer. I'm calling my attorney, and then give you my ID while I'm calling my attorney. That's exactly what he was doing. And if you want to put your window up while you're doing it, you're allowed to do that. At least in my opinion. Those cops had no right to yank him out of the fucking car. They had no probable cause or whatever. There was nothing. There was nobody saying, do you have any weapons on you? Nobody in fear of their life like they always talk about. No, they were just authoritarian people who were being told no or weren't getting their way in the way that they wanted. Nobody was saying how high when they were saying jump. When they said go shit in a corner, Tyreek Hill didn't ask what color do you want. So I got to say, fuck those dudes. And I don't know how anybody could watch that and have those cops' backs. Those guys are being assholes. I've been pulled over. You've been pulled over. Do cops act like that when they pull you over? No, they don't act like that. I had a cop pull me over the other day and my dog was bouncing around the fucking car and he was a dummy. He was fucking, if I was a bad guy, I could have run him over with my car, blown him away. Because he was too worried about my dumb little rat dog in the car. You know what I mean? So, there's varying levels of policing, I suppose, but Jesus Christ, lighten the fuck up. Know your neighborhood again. How about that? You're involved in community policing. And granted, I don't know what Tyreek's involvement is with the community or with the police, but shit, shouldn't the people of Miami, the police officers working outside of the stadium, know who Tyreek Hill is? Yeah, I don't know. I found that whole thing to be Boomer. Thanks again for sending me that video. But Pat Wooey says, yeah, there's a bunch of bootlickers in here. Justin says he could have held a gun up to the window and you couldn't see it. That is a good point. I didn't consider that. Actually is a pretty good point. But either way, I don't think I felt them. I got no vibes from the police in that situation that they were in fear for their life. They were in fear that the person had a gun. They just didn't like that the person in the car wasn't listening to them. And the one guy on the right, that one asshole, really fucking got all fucking hard about it. And then even if he did want him to get out, and let's say he has a right to pop the door open. At that point, you say, sir, step out of the vehicle. And if he doesn't start moving, you grab him and then you can help him out. There was nothing. He just yanked the door open, reached in, grabbed his arm, grabbed him by the back of the neck and yoked him out of the car. Totally unnecessary. Total overkill. You got two guys there. Allow him to stand up. What are you afraid he's going to run away? Does that mean you know who he is? And maybe this is why you're acting this way. You got a bug up your ass. You don't like Tyreek Hill for some reason. He's not exactly a saint. He's been through a lot of shit. Been accused of potentially of child abuse of his own kid in the past. So not exactly a saint. But in this situation, I don't really think he did. He might not have been perfect. He might not have been exactly what Pat Wooey would say a bootlicker would do, where you just literally go, okay, sir, and you just do everything right away as fast as they say it. he did it his way and it ended up costing him. So again, maybe you guys are right. If he complied a little bit easier, it would have been no big deal. But I don't know. I feel like the cop was looking for trouble that day, man. He was looking. That guy had and he's on. One of those guys, or both of them. I know at least one cop has been placed on administrative duty. So somebody there isn't happy about while they're investigating the situation. Somebody there is not real happy about it. So, all right, let's do this. Let's wrap this up, and we'll come back and we will do a members only Monday Night Football watch party. We're going to watch the Jets and the 49ers. I've already lost one of my bets, considering Christian McCaffrey is no longer going to be in the game. So there goes one of my bets. I don't know. I'm pretty sure DraftKings doesn't refund bets because somebody drops out of a game. I just kind of screwed myself on that one, so that sucks. But when we come back with the members only show, we'll talk a little bit about betting. I got some other football stories. We'll talk about the Browns. So come on back. If you guys do not have a membership, make sure you go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click on the join button, and click the tier 2 membership. That's $2.99 a month to help support the show. And then you'll have access to the members only issues that are episodes that we do. So make sure you get your membership updated and renewed and all that good stuff. And we will see you here in just a little bit on the members only shows. By the way, if you're using an iPhone, it might not let you use it, do it from your iPhone. You might have to go to the actual Safari browser to do it and go to YouTube from there, or do it on a desktop, or if you have that. PC is obviously the easiest, but iPhones make it very hard for you guys to join through the iPhone. So if you have a Safari browser somewhere, or another desktop, or another way to go to youtube.com/anotherdumbshow, then click the join button and help support the show. All right, we are out of here. I'll see you on the other side of the members only. See you.